Well, hello, I'm back again. Organize Your Life series. I'm excited because we're going to be talking about paperless, but also having a secure vault online. And this is going to be part one of a two-part series. So make sure you watch both of them. And today we have got Jaclyn Strauss of Second Vault here. Hello, Jaclyn.
Hi, Janet. How are you?
I am fine. I'm excited. I can't wait to get in our conversation. But of course, before I do that, I want to introduce you to people. So I'm going to read your bio. And it says Jaclyn Strauss is the co founder of Second Vault and has been a licensed CPA in Florida since 2003. She has close to 20 years of experience working in a consultative capacity for a Fortune 100 company and 18 years teaching accounting at a college level. Jaclyn has also served as an external CFO for small to mid-sized businesses in her local community. She takes great pride in giving back through her volunteer work, where she has been the treasurer of the board of a local nonprofit organization. She's a mother of two, a wife, a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, an aunt, and has been given a second chance of life after experiencing a life-threatening condition while giving birth to her second child. Jaclyn has taken this second chance and allowed it to fuel her passion for helping others through the mission of Second Vault. Well, hello again and welcome. So let's jump right into the conversation. So,
Yep,
what was the purpose behind creating Second Vault? And really, like, why is it important to you?
absolutely. Thank you for asking. So, Second Vault was born out of a personal need, first and foremost. As my bio just mentioned, I did experience a life threatening scare when I delivered my second child, my little Leah. I had a post delivery hemorrhage, and I was not expected to make it home from the hospital. Well, with that and me being a CPA, I am and play the role as household CFO, household activities director, cook, cleaner, manager, you name it, right? As women, we take everything on. But I held that key to my family's tiny little castle. Um, and I also never empowered anybody else with the information that I had to make this place go. And when I got from home from the hospital and I was given, by the grace of God, my second chance, I realized that I needed to get it together because tomorrow is not promised. And I didn't want to sink my family. I think my physical absence would have been disruptive enough, but not having all of the tools necessary, my husband would have been literally searching and been paralyzed for these breadcrumbs that would have been really hard to find. So I sat down, I tried to do it, Janet. I tried to look for tools because I'm all about help me, help myself. And I couldn't find it. So I created it. And that's where Second Vault was born.
Mhm. So, how has it helped your clients? Because I love hearing the stories of how it's really impacted their lives and just made it so much easier for them to manage the things that they have to, oversee in their own lives, but also for the person who might have to step in should anything happen.
Absolutely. The stories from clients are almost predictable at this point. They always end in huge thank yous and tears in their eyes. Think about, I've worked with people that are taking care of their aging parents and they need to get everything in order and they don't know where to start. And it's big piles of physical paper, right? We know physical paper can bring on anxiety and disrupt a clear mindset. So there are ways to start with going through that physical paper, picking out the most recent bank statement, the most recent insurance policy, the most recent orders from a physician, whatever it may be, the most recent report from your dog or cat's vet appointment. Take those and digitalize them. Go digital because at the end of the day, everything's so transient. We may not be home to be able to grab the copies of the physical information, and we may need it on the go. So with that, putting it into the digital vault and letting the process guide you. So the entire process was built through a yes or no question series. So the user will never feel alone during it and really experience the guidance that they need if they're willing to invest the time to just trust the process and go through it.
And I think from my own experience of using Second Vault, what you said, it's a process, and I love the process because it really helps you really think about all those things, all those documents. Of course, I had my estate plan and I uploaded that, but it really asks you questions, and then it also asks you other questions like, oh yeah, I hadn't thought about actually organize that information. And but also what I like about it is you give people options. Now they can upload the information, but sometimes, people may want to hide it somewhere. And then, I was able to, for certain things, I was like, okay, it's located here. But I
Yep.
think the main thing for me, Jaclyn, what I really love about it is it's giving my executors, my dear friends, access to those documents, should they need it, because neither one of them live here in Philadelphia. They're both,
Right.
living in the suburbs. So should anything happen, they can have access. And then also, even with the access, it's not just like I can give them access. They have to have proof that they are who
Yes.
they are, which is, I love it. I mean, it's all of these measures that you put in place that really helps people feel like it is truly a secure and online vault.
Yeah, and I don't want people just to feel it. I want people to know that it is secure, military grade encryption, two-factor authentication. Um, Everything is encrypted. And this is as secure as possible. We spent a lot of time on that aspect because we know this is sensitive. But like you said, Janet, some of my older clients, they don't have the comfort level that they want uploaded things, right? And their documents, no matter how secure and how much we can prove it, say it, show it. Some people just aren't going to get there, and that's okay. But what's amazing about it is the option is you don't have to feel forced. I keep my list of passwords in my nightstand drawer next to me. Well, guess what? Now no one's searching, saying, where's that piece of paper? I'm sure she wrote it somewhere, right? Or even us, Janet, we take on so much. And I hide things so well from myself sometimes. So for me, it's a personal reminder. I'm like, oh, thank God. That's where it is. I've had to hide from my husband that, like, I've misplaced my engagement ring. And it wasn't lost. I just hid it really well. So having that personal assistant to record it in Second Vault really would have helped me when I did that, because I definitely had nights that I was laying awake saying, where in the heck did I put that thing?
But I mean, and as you were talking, it just really helps those who feel like they're not organized to feel more in control, because you just take them steps. It's like, okay, this is step one. Do you have all of these documents? You can upload them. And like you said, you have to invest the time. But what I love about the way you created it, it's like I can go in and do these couple of sections, maybe take a break, gather some more information, and come back and continue to build on it. So I love the way that this platform was created. So, Jaclyn, like a key benefit that maybe will motivate someone who has just got all this stuff probably and on the top of a closet somewhere, maybe in a drawer, maybe stuck in a box somewhere, to really kind of think about, you know what, I need to look at Second of all.
Yeah. So top motivator would be is you may not realize or recognize that you need something like this and that you're carrying this weight on your shoulders. But I can promise you that from emotional and a financial standpoint, not having everything organized and in a convention that's already done for you, the naming convention, the way it's going to look, the layout, how it's going to be, how you're going to access it, is going to cost you or save you the cost of emotional and financial stress later. Human nature guides us to be reactive, right? But in this situation, and if we start just taking a proactive approach to things slowly but surely, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to complete your vault in a day, and you shouldn't, right? Take a little bit at a time. That's the way the system was built. There's no expectations there, right, for you to do it. This is you, and this is a personal choice that you're deciding to make because you don't want the costs later. I can tell you that having an estate plan or a will is great. But if nobody knows where it is, it's worthless and everything's going to end up being locked up in probate. Lawyers are going to have to get involved and thousands of dollars are going to be spent on something that you already did, but you missed the most simple step of just sharing where it is. And it's remember that in life, I think I've realized, and especially building second vault, it's the simplest actions, the simplest solutions that are often the most complex to create. And trust me, your will, your estate plan, if you have that, was complex to create and get done. And I'm sure it took you a lot to get there to actually take it on and do it and enlist an attorney or a do-it-yourself product online. But it's done now. Let it do its job by sharing where it is with others.
And you are so right, Jaclyn. And also, you are taking the stress and emotional roller coaster that, the executives, heirs, family, friends who are going to have to take over and manage things when you're gone. It really helps them through that process. They're going to be going through grief because you're not here, but at least they'll be able to okay, here is everything. Here's everything I need. So I can just kind of, however they want to manage and handle it, but it's all there for them. So, sometimes, we're all thinking, oh, I can't do it. But then also think about them. Think about what they would have to go through. Well, Jaclyn, it has been a pleasure talking to you today. And of course, this is part one of another part. So make sure you watch both of them. And of course, there will be a link that will take you directly to Second Vault so you can check it out and, see. And of course, I'm as Jaclyn was talking, I was like, these things make good gifts too.
Yeah.
Because you want to get one for yourself. It's like maybe you're thinking, you know what, I need to get one for myself. But then you're thinking, you know what, the person who is going to be my executor, she needs one too. And my mother and all of the other wonderful people in your life need one as well. So Jaclyn, thank you so much for taking time
Thank
to
you.
chat. And of course, continue to have a wonderful and organized and clutter-free day.